We are in the GMT kitchen this morning. If you don't feel like spending time or much time in the kitchen, a crowd-pleasing charcuterie may be a fun idea to keep your guests snacking without breaking that sweat. So Hollee Hannon, owner of Amazing Graze, joins me to show us how it's done, and it looks actually spectacular this morning, so let's hope you've got some good tips indeed. Good morning to you.
So sweet. Good morning. Thank you for having me.
I'm so glad to have you. Okay, so tell me, I have to know, what made you want to start a charcuterie business in the first place? How do you fall into that?
So I had a friend in Arkansas that started doing it, and I just prayed and prayed about it, and I love making things beautiful. I love hospitality. So it just all came together.
And how did the name come into it? Because I love graze, because it really is kind of, it's a grazing table almost.
Yes, it was kind of, in the year that I started, I lost my father-in-law, who was such an amazing inspiration. And so Amazing Graze just kind of became.
Oh, wow, it just
so
fit
it ties
right
back,
in.
yes, to my family.
Very good.
And, yeah.
Okay, so you have brought us a couple of fabulous boards here. Let's dive into one of them. Tell me, what's the first step to really creating something special like this?
Okay, so if you're going to do a charcuterie board at home, then you really want to. First of all these things are available at Trader Joe's. They're available really at any grocery store, so you can make it special by, but you know, buying ingredients there. So we always start with the fruit, and then you come in and add your signature cheeses, something that people recognize.
Right. You want them to feel familiar.
Kind of nutty, exactly. And then this is blueberry cheddar, which is kind of different.
Oh, wow.
Just a yummy surprise. And then this is a goat cheese that I actually do a homemade topping on top of.
So when you're in the store and you're picking the cheeses, are you thinking like, oh, this flavor would go well with the fruit? Or is it just something of trial and error? We go in there and we pick the things that we think we'll like, and hopefully it pairs well together.
I think it depends. If you're serving wine, then you're going to want to pair your cheese with your wine. But mostly you just want to have an assortment for anybody to say, oh, I'm a nutty cheese person. I'm going to love this. I'm going to love cheddar is such a great place to start, even though it's basic. People recognize it.
Exactly, and they'll lean into it and want to go from there.
Yes.
And you want to make them feel comfortable, right? Because you want them to be able to start exploring the other things that are on the board.
And then a sweet cheese, a brie or a goat cheese, which is perfect. And then, like I said, a surprise like the blueberry.
Have pepitas on there.
Yes.
I mean, literally everything. And you can get creative with it. She literally cut out GMT in the cheese, you guys. Very, very
That's
good.
the thing. All these things you can do in your home if you just
possible.
take the time to do it. Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about it, because Valentine's Day is coming up right after the big game. This would be a really good idea to do at home as well.
Yes.
Tell me any ideas for that to really jazz it up.
Okay, so for me, you can use any serving piece to do something for any event. So you can buy the heart picks, you can make salami roses. I did chocolate covered strawberries. And then another thing, if you find a cookie maker in your town or where you live, they can make things that will really just bring
it all
the personality.
together.
You can personalize names, but for this one I did a bouquet and then I did a heart. So. And then, pickleberries are pink.
These are
strawberries.
different. Yes.
Aren't they so beautiful?
I love those. Okay, I have to ask you honestly, because that rose is gorgeous, made out of, what is that made out of? Pepperoni?
It's made out of salami.
Salami?
Yes.
How long did that take
salami. It literally, you take a wine glass and you just layer it around, and it literally takes 2 minutes. Yeah,
oh
it's so easy. Yes.
Okay, you're making this very digestible for all of us, because I was thinking there's no way in the world I'm going to be able to recreate that.
It is so easy.
But
and let things hang off, you know, change your dimensions, things like that, just make it look a little more special.
So good, and you can even jazz it up with the board. I mean, over here we've got one with the actual goalpost from the game. This is great. Are you going for anyone in particular? I'm asking everybody.
No.
We live in Texas, honey. Okay, we're not going for nobody that's in the game, but we will be watching.
Doing for the big game, doing something that you can kind of tag, or the football picks, like any little thing to just make it more special.
Throw in extra detail.
Yes.
Very good. Now let me ask you this. If we don't have the creativity and we want you to do it for us, how do we find you? How do we get to you?
It's AmazingGrazeTexas.com.
Very, very good.
Amazing Graze Texas.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being here this morning.
Thank Thank you
and
so
bringing us a
much.
fabulous snack as well.
Yes, you and guys enjoy it after.
In the Kitchen is sponsored by Tom Thumb and Albertsons, your one-stop shop and full-service grocer.